Hello everyone, this is Fantastic Worlds, welcoming you back to Lovecraft Country and Call of Cthulhu, Dark Corners of the Earth. Now, Detective Jack Walters has managed to get himself trapped in the basement of the crime scene he was investigating, and the police seem to be rather, shall we say, less than helpful. But that's what the experience that we've come to expect for Innsmouth's finest. But as you can see, we're currently in the basement storeroom of the First National Grocery. And I'd like to note that it appears that that ladder is on the way in and out. So imagine the poor stockman, Brian Burnham, the missing lad, as his boss likes to call him, having to haul all of this flour and barrels and boxes. I mean, maybe that's the reason he ran away and took the cash. But as you can see, there's a book here, and I think we should take a look at it. But first, now sometimes during cutscenes you can be injured, and it will show up on Jack's icon over here on the right. You see, you know, the head, the foot, the back, anywhere else that could be injured. So it appears that we are none the worse for our tumble down the ladder. So let's pick this up. Under general evidence, it is the diary of Brian Burnham, the missing lad that we are in fact looking for. Well, I agree with the locals on one thing. I shouldn't be stuck in this miserable excuse for a town. I can see why nobody comes here, that's for sure. Another slow day at the store. At first I thought people were staying away because First National isn't local, but I haven't seen anyone go in any of the other shops either. Come to that, I haven't seen the other stores open for business. This place is deader than dead. Still, it won't be long before I'm out of here, before we're both out of here. She's the one good thing about Innsmouth. We'll bust open Old Man Waite's safe, take a car, and then it's New York City. Bright lights, nightlife, everything. I'll show her all. Well, it appears that Mr. Burnham had a lady.
It looks like a diary. It's gotta have some clues.
Jack, you're falling behind there. Try to keep up. All right, then. Another med kit. Can never have enough of these. Ooh, some tonic. You sure you don't want that?
Nothing of interest.
All right. Apparently Jack's not a drinking man. Hasn't even looked at the bottle in her inventory.
Assorted foodstuffs. Nothing useful.
And while we're here, you'll note down on the floor here is yet another one of those tracks for pushing objects, and their ladder looks to be the sort of thing that we could use to do so. Well, I gotta say something about the state of Innsmouth masonry. I think it was probably laid down somewhere in the 1850s. But let's see what's on the other side of this wall. Oh, for crying out loud. Give me a moment. It may take a second to get through this. Game's not fully optimized, unfortunately. Jack, are you just too tall for that? Gotta learn how to duck. There we go. Alright then. Kinda wish you had a flashlight, Jack. Or torch, or... Is that a body?
The cellar's filled with human remains.
Oh, it is.
These people must have died a long time ago.
Great. We seem to have come across an atrocity. Ooh, what's over? And can you imagine just having this on the other side of your wall's workplace? You know, tombed up bodies, but apparently electricity is still working. Somebody's still paying the bills? Aha! So this is that dark room we saw over in that window over there. So let's see what we can see, shall we?
There are some issues of the Innsmouth Courier lying here.
Oh.
They're dated 1846.
Well, I gotta say, the newsprint has certainly lasted long. It's now 1922. It's over half a century. Alright, let's see what we got. Innsmouth Courier, 19 June, 1846. Innsmouth Patrician arrested. Tales of Heathen Ceremonies by John Lawrence, editor. Obadiah Marsh, the head of the Innsmouth wealthy and influential Marsh family, now sits in city jail accused of devil worship and other unspeakable practices. The whole community is left in a state of shock by the horrifying revelations that accompanied the arrest. Readers will no doubt be aware of the deep reservations expressed by the Courier's editorship and other decent cities considering the esoteric Order of Dagon, which was founded by Captain Marsh after his return from the South Seas and is said to be based on a primitive religion he encountered among the uneducated natives of a certain distant Pacific islands. The captain's arrest seems to lend strength to these suspicions, and a full investigation is expected to unearth more. Well, considering those dead bodies down there, I don't think it went well for the staff here. Let's see what else we see.
Various chemicals and apparatus for developing photographs. Old photos of Innsmouth.
Well, yeah,
most of them have faded beyond recognition.
Well, yeah, they've been down here for half a century. They're in remarkably good condition, especially since the windows have been open and they've been exposed to sea air for this long. And makes me think that, you know, maybe that newspaper was part of an archive situation. Hang on. Oh, there we go. Controls are a little futzy right now. I'm just glad I'm not doing anything, you know, combat related at the moment. This is really bad. I'm going to have to reload. Anything, Jack? Nothing. You gone remarkably unchatty. Watch for ammo pickups. Ammo will always carry across to the next chapter, but the quantity you can carry for each weapon is capped. The interface shows the total rounds you are carrying include those in the gun. Yeah, about this game is that you don't have a HUD and you don't have an ammo count. You gotta manually count your bullets, and I respect that. As you can see, we picked up a single magazine of 45 ACP ammunition. And apparently that means we're probably going to find a 45 automatic around here somewhere. Okay. Come on, Control. Stop acting up. Let's see. Anything? Anything, Jack? You lost your tongue, Jack?
The old printing press appears to have been sabotaged. Nothing of interest here.
Yeah, I'm saying the 1846 has to be in archives because these have been used more often. All right, what's in here? Yeah!
Holy shit!
They said it for me, Jack. Seriously, let's, can we get over here safely? Apparently.
From the stench in here, this noose broad must have kicked it a few months back.
Okay, so...
The poor woman must have taken her own life. I wonder what could have driven her to such a desperate act.
Well, you've seen it.
From the stench in here, this noose broad must have kicked it a few months back.
Noose broad? That's hardly respectful, Jack. But yeah. Gonna imagine we're gonna find a lot of people unsatisfied with the conditions in Innsmouth and no other way out.
Nothing of interest.
Oh.
Nothing of interest here.
Yeah, Jack. Seemed pretty laid back.
Can't see anything of use.
Just having just seen a corpse. Oh boy.
It won't budge.
Okay, that one's stuck.
General notices. They're all dated 1846.
Okay, like I said, this place has got to have been used since then. Some doors you encounter will be bolted on one side. Action the bolt to unlock or lock the door. Door bolts come in useful in escaping from enemies. Yep, if you bolt a door, your enemies are going to have to knock it down before they come. And if you recognize that we're now on the other side of that bolted door we saw before, it's only polite to shut it behind us. Okay. And we're more or less back the way we came. So, quick save. Oh, who are you?
Do I know you?
Lucas Mackey. Sorry to startle you. Innsmouth doesn't get a lot of visitors. New names spread fast. What are you doing in town, Jack? Hear about the missing Burnham boy?
Not bad. I'm a private detective. My client's a friend of the Burnhams.
Seen the latest press from Arkham? Your boy's been quite busy.
What about you, Mackey? You're obviously not a local. What's your business in town?
True enough, Jack. Nothing too exciting, I'm sorry to say. I'm a government factory inspector. They posted me in this rotten hole to check over the old Marsh refinery. Speaking of which, I've got an appointment with the manager, Jacob Marsh.
Okay. Maybe I'll catch you later.
Well,
That's the first friendly face I've seen in this damn town. But I've been in this business long enough to know he's hiding something.
yeah, it's kind of obvious. But let's just hope that he's not working against us, and possibly not working with us, whatever his real motive is. But anyways, looks like he gave us something to read. The Arkham Advertiser, 7th February 1922, which is about now. Innsmouth robbery, missing manager accused. In yesterday's edition, we reported a burglary at the recently opened First National grocery store in Innsmouth. The case took on a new turn today as authorities in the town named Brian Burnham, the store's manager, as a suspect in the case. Burnham has not been seen since the robbery and is thought to have left the area. It's a very straightforward case, said Chief Constable Andrew Martin in response to inquiries by the Advertiser. This young man simply robbed his employer and fled. I imagine he's out of the country now, if not the county. The Chief Constable dismissed concerns expressed by the First National's Groceries Regional Manager, Mr. Arthur Anderson, our client, that Burnham may have been kidnapped or injured. Alright then. Quick save, because you never know when things can go horribly wrong. Alright then. Let's get out of here. Maybe that cop is gone. Alright. I mean, I guess he thought he killed us, so... Okay, what the heck is this?
You better keep your trap shut.
I won't tell him anything.
Who the heck was that? Yeah, these locals do not impress, and the barricades are gone. I don't want to seem like we're being unusual, now do we? Now, where else can we go here? Because I think we've hit mostly a dead end. Well, always go left, as they say. Past the front entrance. Is this openable? Nope. 3, 4... It's 4 in the afternoon. Wow. That's some severe cloud cover.
It won't open.
Not surprised. It's kind of giving me Silent Hill. Yeah, it's the town square, so that's the happening part of town. I guess this part is just, you know...
It won't budge.
Quiet. Quiet as the grave, mind you. Okay, that was terrible. South Street. What can this fine gentleman tell us?
I'm looking for Brian Burnham.
Damn right he says I know it.
Yeah, nobody knows Brian around here. Okay, what's down here? You bet. The heck? That's not gonna work. Alrighty then. So, what we have so far is corrupt police, a conspiracy, a cult, and a suspicious federal worker. Great. Now we're just hoping... Huh? Okay, it's overlooking the town square.
You better keep your trap shut.
I won't tell him anything.
Looks like, conspiracy is trying to keep us from finding the truth. Now, where was that thing? The point of view? Up there, I think. The heck?
Fog's thick tonight. Damp enough to put out a fella's smokes.
My heart bleeds. Okay, can't see anything up there, but you'd never know sometimes. Still can't go in this direction. So I guess this is the only way we can go. So, yeah, we found everything we can at the store, and passing by the,
These posters are everywhere.
Yeah, a lot of people wanting that tonic, strangely enough. I guess we gotta head this way. The biggest issue...
It won't open.
There really isn't much to see in Innsmouth. We found out everything we could in the store, so now I guess we're...
Where is everybody? It's very quiet.
It's getting late, outsider. Folks that know what's good for them are safely bolted in their homes by now.
I see.
I'm looking for Brian Burnham.
You're in the wrong place, asking the wrong questions, outsider.
I don't think... What was that? Did you give me a rude gesture? Alright, let's go. I don't think I want to talk to your identical brother here. Let's see. Okay. Mysterious alley. I'm feeling good about this. Ooh, what's over here? What's in here? What the... What's that noise? I don't know what that noise was, but I don't think it was terribly... Maybe something we didn't want to see. Yeah, let's just... The hell? Wasn't it... Alright, I'm starting to see things. Okay, Tempest motor oils. Ooh.
It won't budge.
Of course not. It's bolted down for the night, right? And who are you?
Evening. The name's Jack Walters. It's a pleasure to meet you, Miss...
Miss will do for now. Welcome to Innsmouth, Mr. Walters.
Thanks, I think.
Take my advice. Do what you must and then leave. Tonight, this port does not cater well to visitors.
While I appreciate your concern, miss, I can handle lousy hospitality.
Very well, Mr. Walters.
Hello again.
Mr. Walters.
Look, miss, I only want a conversation. There's no harm in that, right?
There's plenty of harm. It's not wise to be seen gossiping with outsiders.
How about playing dumb for a few minutes?
No.
Jack, are you harassing her?
Can you at least tell me if you knew the Burnham lad? He worked in the First National.
Look here, Mr. Walters. I can't answer your questions, and your harassment is putting us both in danger. Please, leave me alone.
In danger? From whom?
The order. Now go.
She isn't going to tell me anything useful right now.
All right, then. John Brothers Storage. Thinking we can't get in
That
here.
bridge spans the Monuxet River.
Oh. That's...
It leads to the north side of Innsmouth.
Broken Bridge, or Upright Bridge. Yeah, classic. We'll be at that portion of town. Oh, the Marsh Refinery. Lucas said he was chilling here. Maybe we can find him again. See, oh, there he is.
Hello, Mackie.
Jack, swell to see you again. Any leads on the Burnham case?
Nope. Did you know the lad at all?
Just pleasantries. Seemed a nice enough fella, if a little rough around the edges. Strange business, though. I'd never have fingered him as a crook. The First National was a well-run store. A rare thing here in Innsmouth.
Okay, Mackie. Thanks.
Goodbye, Jack. Be careful what you're doing. Very careful. Innsmouth's a dangerous place. Not everyone who visits here ends up leaving by the old bus route.
This Mackie character knows plenty, but I don't think grilling him for scraps of information is going to crack this case.
Oh, let's grill him a little more.
What do you know about the break-in at the variety store?
Only what was in the press. You should speak to Thomas Waite. He owns the joint.
Where's the store?
It's just on the main square, but it's probably shut now. You should try him at home.
Where's his place?
I think the Waite's house is over on Dock Street, near the back of the poorhouse.
Thanks.
Though I warn you, Innsmouth's driven old Waite's a bit crazy. He doesn't talk a lot of sense.
That's my sort of fella. He sounds just perfect.
Jack? Seriously? I'm playing it rather politically incorrect, even for 1922.
What's this Jacob Marsh like?
He didn't show up for our appointment. But then again, the Marshes never do.
Seems like we're both having some lousy luck.
I've only met Jacob the once. He's not the prettiest picture, and a real slimy character.
Haha. Yeah, he's got that Innsmouth look going.
Mackie,
Hello, Jack.
what's the government's interest in the Marsh refinery, anyway?
It's just domestic affairs. You ask a lot of questions, Jack.
I'm a detective. What the hell do you expect?
What you're after comes under official secrets, if you know what I mean. But I can tell you that our government has become increasingly suspicious of Innsmouth and the Marsh family.
I've heard of the Marshes. Rumors of that family are rife, even on the streets of Arkham. None of what's said is pleasant.
That I can believe. The Marshes have been ruling this port for nearly a century, ever since that plague swept these streets in the 40s.
A plague? Is that why the place is so deserted?
Masses died, so that would figure. There's gossip that old Captain Obed Marsh brought the disease onto this port from foreign trade. Deliberately.
Oh my god. Is that why so many of the townsfolk are suffering from that hideous affliction?
Perhaps. Those from out of town call it the Innsmouth look.
The evil whispers don't like him.
Where did you say Waite's house was again?
I think it's over on Dock Street, near the back of the poorhouse.
Hint, hint.
It won't budge.
I'm not surprised.
It won't open.
Yeah, looks like the refinery is shut down for business. Okay, back into the lovely streets of Innsmouth. Good day, sir.
Do you know the Burnham lad? He worked as...
Just leave me be, stranger.
Ah, yes. Ooh, 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 ooh. What's down here? Anything over here?
A storage cellar for one of the stores.
Playing a bit of Peeping Tom, I'm afraid. And this is interesting.
The station appears to be closed.
It's a train station. Interesting.
The station appears to be closed.
Oh, yeah, I don't think a train came through here anytime soon.
It won't budge.
Alright. So eventually gotta hook up with old Wait. So, let's see what else we got. Ooh. Another alley down here. Man, that wind sounds killer. And I have lived in New England, and that wind is not inappropriate for this area. The heck?
With a good wind piping early in the towns, gallons, miles. My boys, these
Oh,
are
for crying out loud.
the noble and the brave, who love a life in the tempest strife, in the home of the mountain way.
Oh, don't mind me.
Rain of the hurricane puts the lights of the lighthouse out, and the growling thunder sounds his gong, and the whirlwinds battle out. Ha ha! Do you think that's the valiant strength? No, we were bold and brave.
I think we've had enough of this.
Who's that there? Oh, can you spare a few pennies, young mister? I can give you something for your generosity.
Who are you?
Zadok, that be my name. Though too few hears it now. Zadok Allen.
Do you know a Brian Burnham?
Just a young'un. Worked over the store. He's gone. Killed, I reckon.
Killed? What makes you think that?
Them's from out of town running a store. Taking business from the order of Dagon. They'd not accept that.
What else can you tell me about this port?
You just bring old Zadok a bottle of something nice, and old Zadok will fill your ears.
Well, if any of you have actually read The Shadow Over Innsmouth, you'll recognize this charming fellow as the informant the narrator discovers, and yes... Oh, for crying out loud.
Pardon my asking. Have you lived here in this port all your life?
Last 37 years in Old Lady Warren's house. Before that, over by a fishing cannery.
Old Lady Warren's house?
Go and fetch me a bottle of something to wet old Zadok's whistle, and I'll tell you all.
Sure, but anything
What
else?
do you know about the variety store robbery, old-timer?
That'd be Tom's old store, stacked with all sorts of knickknacks and such.
So you know Tom Waits?
I know he took the third oath that I wouldn't. I'd rather die than take that.
For good
What
reason.
oaths? I don't understand.
Just fetch him a bottle of fine liquor, young fella, and I'll tell you all.
Where can I find this Thomas Waite?
Dark Street, back in Old Lady Warren's house, in my home. Psst, mister, you just bring old Zadok a bottle of something nice and old Zadok will fill your ears.
Yeah, that's what I'm afraid of. Let's torment him a little more.
Where can I find this Thomas Waite?
Dark Street, back in Old Lady Warren's house, in my home. Psst, mister, you just bring old Zadok a bottle of something nice and old Zadok will fill your ears.
Yes, I'm torturing the poor drunk for information.
Where can I find this Thomas Waite?
All right. That was enough.
Dark Street, back in Old Lady Warren's house, in my home. Psst, mister, you just bring old Zadok a bottle of something nice and old Zadok will fill your ears.
All right, then. Let's give the guy some relief. I know if I lived in this town, I'd want to be as drunk as possible. There we are, enabling addiction.
Why, you're uncommonly kind, young feller. Here'll be a little something in gratitude that might help you in your search.
Don't need your vomit, thanks. Ooh, we'll have to check the inventory on that. Oh, for God, what is that noise?
Now you be calling me crazy. Like them that's the rumoring and anchoring in Lipswich. But old Zadok's seen all manner of wicked things since before he was old.
Speak up.
Old Captain Obed, where it all began, telling desperate folks they'd order get better gods, them's that would answer their prayers.
Didn't the Christian folk of Innsmouth object to such blasphemy?
Aye, they did. It were around 46 that many folks in town were done with Obed and his ways. And all that wild preaching and too many missing, you see. A party of good folk followed Captain Obed's crowd out to the reef. Shots were fired. Next day, Obed and 30 of his followers were in jail. And for weeks all were quiet, till that artful night of 46. Them's out outside reckoned out it being a riot. But I'd seen them, swarms of them.
Look, old man, I don't have time to listen to these fishing tales.
Oh, was a massacre. The jail thrown open, mounds of the dead and the dying, shooting and screaming and shouting all across the town square. Come morning, the mess was cleaned up. Old Obed and his family takes charge, they did. Folks were told to keep shy as strangers if we were knowing what was good for us.
Zadok, who did all this? Who did all?
Said the old captain was now deeper in debt to his heathen gods. They were hankering for more than just sacrificing. Obed told folks they had to take the oaths of Dagon.
What the hell are these oaths?
You just asked old Waste about oaths of Dagon. He took the third oath. Just head over to his hole in the Dark Street. Then you'll see. For definite.
He's given me a key to the town poorhouse. It could come in handy.
Why did they lock the door to the poorhouse? What's there to steal? Let's see. You got anything else to say?
Where did Captain Obed Marsh learn of these heathen matters?
In war and foreign parts, the old fool had learned to ways of making gains, doing heathen things. He found a tribe of Kanakis in the South Seas led by a savage. Chief went by a name of Wallachia. And his tribe never went without food, for they had all the fish they could catch. Old Obed learned from his Wallachia that these things on this earth as most folks never heard about. Seems these Kanakis was worshipping undersea gods, with heaps of human sacrifices and other heathen things. But they was getting all kinds of favors in return. Plenty of fishing and even gold now and then.
Human sacrifices. Maybe you've had just a bit too much.
I don't blame you for not believing it, young fella. But just answer me this. Why did Captain Obed roll out to the reef of Satan and chant a lot of rites and incantations in the dead of night? So loud you could hear them all over apart. He cast something in the water that eve, out the other side of Devil's Reef. Some kind of thingamajig crafted out of lead. It was given to him by Wallachia.
So, what happened?
Well, not long after that smoke started coming out of the chimneys at the old gold refinery, the Marsh family and those that had joined with Obed in his ways started prospering in the esoteric order of Dagon. Came into being with his heathen sermon that shit they do.
What kinds of ceremonies?
Get out of here, lad. Don't wait for nothing. They don't know now.
I think he's had his fill for the night.
Alright.
Zadok.
Curse you, lad, for staring at me with them eyes. The old Captain Manel, and he's staying there. He can get me. He can't. No, he can't get me. I had nothing done. I ain't done nothing or told nobody nothing.
Are you okay, old-timer?
Huh? Yeah, leave me be.
Alright, I'm going to respect his wishes at this point, but yeah. Anybody who's read the story is going to know that monologue. It's not exact,
It won't open.
but it is the same message that Zadok would give the narrator. But remember, we're here a decade early. The Yith have messed up the timeline. So we're the one going through it instead, and aren't we lucky? Aren't we just lucky? Oh, hi.
Mr. Walters, I must speak with you.
It's Jack. And just hold on there a minute, sweetheart. Are you gonna even tell me your name?
My name's Rebecca Lawrence, and unless you want to join Innsmouth's long list of missing, I'd urge you to follow me.
Missing, huh? Like Burnham?
Of that, I'm not sure. You'd be better off asking the Billingham's daughter, Ruth. She was dating Brian.
What? Who's Ruth?
Quickly, we don't have much time. You've got to follow me.
Oop, teleport.
Jack, Innsmouth is a strange place. There are things that have no business being here. Foul, reeking things.
Strange. Trust me, I'm good with strange.
Yeah, the
That
probing.
remains to be seen, but I can help you. My father discovered this strange sign while studying an old manuscript. It seems to ward off the more unusual elements in Innsmouth. Whenever you find one, you can use it to find a moment of sanctuary. Now, I must leave before we're seen together.
All right, then. That is the derelict
I've
elder.
seen that eye-like symbol somewhere before, but never surrounded by a star.
You done, Jack? All right. Yeah, this is Derelith's Elder Sign. The Elder Sign is supposedly a sigil that protects against the Cthulhu mythos monsters, but the original one was actually looked like kind of a branch done at right angles, and Derelith made his version in the 60s, which has got, well, I guess, more of appeal because it's the one most people use, but it is also a save point. Okay, then. My thought is let's go see... Well... Let's go see if Rebecca has anything more to say at this point. Okay. Ever get that feeling you're being watched? Too dark to see anything up there. Let's see, Rebecca. Okay, let's see if you have anything else to say.
Jack, we can't be seen talking together. What is it?
Why do you stay in Innsmouth, Rebecca?
My grandfather, John Lawrence, was editor of the Innsmouth Courier. He was murdered in the slaughter of 46. He had always despised the Marshes and their blasphemous doings, and it was he who led the party out to the reef that night. They arrested Captain Marsh and his order and tossed them in the old jailhouse. A few weeks later, my grandfather was dead. My father saw him die. Him and many others burned alive in the Courier's basement.
All the more grounds to leave.
To leave would be to fail my own legacy. I have a duty to protect the good in Innsmouth, at least what little good remains.
That's not a whole hell of a lot. I think you should just get on the bus with me.
Rebecca, maybe you know. What happened at the variety store?
Tom Waite's place. The gossip on the streets is that the store safe holds a great treasure. Since the Order got wind of the rumors, they've been desperate to get their filthy hands on it. But it seems they can't get close.
Odd. Do you suppose Burnham knew about it? Maybe he pocketed it before breezing out of town.
I don't know, Jack. He'd only been in town a few months, and we can't be certain he even managed to leave. Ruth Billingham must be involved in all of this somehow. She was desperate for a way out of Innsmouth.
What do you know about her?
Only that she and Brian were close, much to the Order's disapproval. You should speak to Tom Waits. Find out for certain if the treasure's gone.
Where can I find him?
He lives on 803 Dock Street, just by the back of the old town poorhouse.
Where did you say I could find Waits again?
He lives on 803 Dock Street, by the back of the poorhouse.
All right, then, to the poorhouse. I think the poorhouse, if I recall, is over by where we first started, but there's not a lot left to look here. It's like one street. Evening, blasphemous person. You hear the screaming too, right? Oh, you look like you have something to say.
I'm looking for a young lad called Brian Burnham. He worked in the First National.
Apparently
I'm a friend
not.
of the family.
I ain't heard of the Burnham lad.
Right.
Nobody in this town has something to say. Looks like that.
It won't open.
No. Where is everything? Poorhouse. The poorhouse. Ah, the poorhouse.
It's unlocked.
Excellent.
It's coming. Ain't seen folk like this since.
Yeah, sure. Thanks for the advice, dude. Just stay there. Alright, so the episode's been running a bit long. I know it was a lot of talking and exposition, but hopefully it's giving you an idea of what's actually going on. And the screams of the damned are... I think I'm leaving now.
The most merciful thing in the world, I think, is the inability of the human mind to correlate all its contents. We live on a placid island of ignorance in the midst of black seas of infinity, and it was not meant that we should voyage far.